What's up, guys? So you know how a lot of automotive stuff, they talk about headlight restoration a lot and we get tired of that? Yeah, we're gonna do that this time too. So today, possibly because they have watched my previous videos and realized that I need help, I had a company reach out and offer to give me some headlight restoration product to test. And I like to test this stuff for you guys so you can see what it actually does and whether it's worth actually buying. And this is what they sent us. What is interesting about this is, first of all, this is the whole thing. Second of all, it claims the entire procedure only takes 2 minutes, and it couldn't really be much simpler. If you look at what's inside the package here, you only have three packets. You have 2 cleaning packets like this, and then you have 1 of these, which is a protection layer. So I'm thinking that this is pretty similar to the Meguiar's lighter kit, where it's basically like a polish followed by some sort of a sealant or a conditioner. The spray-on conditioner stuff does work pretty well, so that gives me some hope that these will actually do what they're supposed to do. They do give you, in case you guys pick this up, a little link down here where you can actually scan this and go to their site and get some detailed instructions and a little video that shows you how to use them. But there's not much to it. Pretty much the headlights can't be hot, they're supposed to be cold, and they can't have any grit on them, so you have to have them at least relatively clean. Then you're just supposed to wipe them down with this one, which is supposed to clean it, and then you're supposed to wipe it down with this one. And by the video, this one's pretty magical, so I don't know. But as you guys probably know by now, I don't ever like to just normally test things, so I have assembled a group of 4 cars at varying stages of hazy headlights. And since this is only supposed to take 2 minutes apiece, we're gonna try to do all of them as fast as we can and just see what kind of results we get. So let's introduce today's contestants. So our first contestant, and this I would call on the more mild side, is this Chevy HHR. This one has got no pitting or anything. It is a little hazy, but you can still see through them. So we're gonna call this the pretty easy one. Our next contender is this Dodge Ram. These are a little worse. They are starting to get kind of hard to see through and are a bit hazier, but still not terrible. Our first serious contender is this Ford Explorer, which, as you can probably tell, has been sitting for quite a while. These are very, very dirty and very, very hazy. And if it survives all that, what the hell, we'll try it on the new Grand Prix, which I am almost entirely positive it will do nothing to or barely help. But if it makes it this far, we'll give it a shot. So the idea at this point is simple. We're gonna run through each of the steps on each one of them. I probably won't show you every piece of all of that. Then at the end, we're gonna put a side-by-side before and after at each of the different stages, see what it was good at and see what it wasn't good at, and then we'll talk about things like price and whether I would recommend it. So first, we have to make sure they're all clean and none of them are hot. So now I've used some window cleaner to wipe all the headlights off. The ammonia also will help cool them down, make sure they're not hot if any of them were out in the sun or whatever. So they're all wiped down and clean. There's no actual hard stuff on them. The next thing it says to do is to use their cleaning wipe. And we're gonna just basically, you just crack this open. You're gonna take the little wipe that comes in here out, wipe the headlights off really good. And this really smells like rubbing alcohol or something. And then you're gonna dry it off before we use the last thing. So this is the HHR up first. Now you do get a pretty good sized cloth with this. I'm sure you can probably clean several headlights with this, but basically you're just going to take it and you wipe it down like this, This stuff is a really good cleaner, because even the like little tiny bits of like bug guts or something that the other stuff didn't clean off, this seems to take it off really well. Actually, like super easy. I'm kind of surprised by that. So we're just going to, don't actually know how long we need to be doing this, but we like to clean things, so whatever. And then on to the second one. Just gonna do both sides and then we'll dry them off. I'm trying very hard not to get any of this on the paint. Please don't at me. Then we're just gonna go back, it said with a clean paper towel, and wipe it off, which already, holy good God, that looks better than it did. But you can tell it's definitely got no wax on it anymore. You can hear by how squeaky it is. Let's wipe both of those off. Now I'm just gonna go repeat this same procedure on the other cars and let that dry, and we'll be right back. So interestingly enough, as you can see here that they have hazed back over once they dried. The other ones actually got hazier right away, which was pretty interesting. But now we have to test this thing, which it says all we have to do with this is take it out, leave it just like this. It says not to unfold it, and we're literally just gonna wipe this off. So let's see what happens. So the final result time, I'm kind of impressed, honestly. I've probably been outside now, filming and all included, for 10 minutes, maybe 15 minutes. I've done 4 cars with this one kit. There's plenty enough. The cleaning wipes can definitely do 2 cars a piece, and they give you 2, and then the coating wipes are, I mean, you could probably do more than 4 with them. But the results, I think, are very good for the amount of time you put into them. Now, can you achieve the same results with other products? Yes. I think that you could probably use any sort of a like rubbing compound would clean them up this well, probably. And then you could use something like Meguiar's or even like a really good wax to coat them afterwards. However, you're not gonna get that done in 2 minutes. And these literally actually do take about a minute or 2 per car. So for simplicity's sake, I don't think you could beat this. Price-wise, normal retail on these is about $20, and you might come out cheaper with other products. But considering that you're getting like a longer term, like a sealing, like conditioner kind of a deal, along with the cleaner / prep wipes and everything, that would mean you would have to buy some sort of wax and you'd have to buy a buffing compound. You're gonna come pretty close to that anyway if you're using decent products. So price-wise, it's pretty reasonable. But speed is the biggest thing, because honestly, even as they have dried, they look really good, and you don't have to do anything. It's literally wipe, dry, wipe, that's it. And then it says to try to avoid washing the car or getting the headlights wet for 24 hours, I guess, while that stuff soaks in or does whatever it's gonna do. But here's what I would do, and I honestly might actually continue to use this product, even though I have lots of other stuff. But what I like about it is that little packet, the entire box, could pretty easily fit in your glove box. So if you say travel to a lot of car shows, or you're doing a lot of automotive events where you're moving around, and what this is great for, I mean really good for, is if you were last minute gonna be going somewhere and realized your headlights looked bad. Like let's say you're on your way to a car show from somewhere else, halfway there you realize your headlights are getting kind of hazy, you don't want them to look bad, you could pull this out, do it in the parking lot of anywhere in a minute and a half, and the headlights would basically look brand new. Now I don't know how long this lasts. Most restorations don't last forever. The haziness will come back eventually, But another thing that they don't mention that I think you could possibly do with this kit is the sealing packet. You could probably put back in there and keep with the car, and in a few weeks or however long it takes for them to start hazing up, you could probably recondition them with it. Or you could pick up the Meguiar's spray conditioner that I reviewed in my other headlight restoration video and probably just continue to do that every so often and keep them decent looking. But the big question, did it work on the Grand Prix? No, it did not. But it's time, I think, to call those headlights done. I don't know if anything short of melting them down and recasting the plastic is really gonna do that. They did further make them just a little bit clearer, but that stuff is like almost all the way through the plastic. Even if I sanded that headlight down, I think you'd wind up running out of plastic. So we're probably gonna be looking at replacing those. But all three of the other options turned out very good, as good probably as any other product I've used of this type. And the amount of work was just so minimal that it's, to me at least, it's totally worth it. So, other thing with the price is they agreed that if I wanted to review the product, and I don't make that decision until I actually do the review, because if it's a horrible product, I don't typically do the review, or if I do, I definitely don't ask anything from the company, because if I'm gonna tell you it sucks, there's no point. Since this is a pretty good product and I do like it, they are providing me a link, which I will have down in the description, which will get you a discount. So check that out and go look at it if you do want to try these out yourself. And they have agreed to give a very small kickback to the channel if you guys do buy any of those. So that could be potentially helpful as well. But I'm not here to push that product. You definitely don't have to buy it because I like it. I just personally do. And if you do, it will help the channel in a small way. So hopefully this was informational or informative for you, and I will see you guys in the next video. Make sure you like this video, make sure you're subscribed to my channel, and make sure that you've hit the notification icon. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Thank you so much. Peace.